What did Kesha say while playing Riichi Mahjong? Wake up, I'm in East 1, and I've got 3 Dora, plus a red 5, that makes 400, but I want some more. Got some wins there, the East, and I'm sitting as dealer, so call me Yugi Moto while you're Joey Wheeler. Don't stop, call upon, wishing for a 6th Han. Tonight, I'ma run with at least a Baimon. I will push this hand, so ask me, will I fold? I'll say, no, no. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, it's on our minds. I can't get my hair to look good today, and I'm real insecure about it. I gotta get that out of there so we can focus on the zhong at hand, okay? Gotta exercise those demons away from my body by saying them out loud. Hey, Yusong, why do you always need your hair to look good? Is it because your mom gave you too many compliments while you were a child, and now you need to be a handsome little boy every day for the rest of your life? Yes. Absolutely. Welcome to this YouTube channel. Oh, I'm so sorry. You didn't expect a psychoanalytical reflection like I'm staring into a crystal clear pond of water at a memorial first thing in the morning? Shouldn't have clicked on to a YouTube Mahjong commentary video. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, how am I doing today? Thank you for asking. First of all, I know a lot of people in my life right now going through some really tough mental health problems right now. I just want to say this. If you're one of them, or if I don't know you and we're living in a parasocial relationship, it's okay. I just wanted to say it's okay to struggle. The reason that I'm like, you know, I feel like everyone this day and age feels a lot of pressure to be perfect, right? People are Instagramming the hottest parties on rooftop bars. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, you got a Bugatti. Wow, is that a handbag or a car? I don't know. I think it's a car. And that exudes a lot of pressure on all of us, okay? To constantly be at the top of our game. It's okay to struggle. I also want to say this. The reason that I think it's so okay to struggle is because I have deranged friends. And what do I mean by that? You saw that's kind of mean. I mean deranged friends in the nicest way possible, okay? When I was in college, I did a lot of sketch comedy. I did a lot of stand-up comedy. And the thing about being around people that are interested in comedy is that they're all wackadoo. You know what I mean? We are all, and myself included, super insecure, okay? Like we're the first line of a Jonas Brothers song, or maybe a Nick Jonas solo joint. I'm not sure. What's the song? You're insecure. You don't know you're beautiful, so buy my album and I'll call you beautiful. What's that song? You don't know you're beautiful. That's a One Direction song. Anyway, everyone's so insecure, and everyone's wearing their like mental health problems on their sleeve. You know what I mean? Because usually, you know, shame is involved, right? Like, oh, when I was little, I pooped my pants in front of a assembly and I ruined a life. You know what I mean? Because someone else had to clean it up afterwards. And usually, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I swear this game is about Mahjong. Usually people, you know, would struggle with that and feel shame. But the thing is, if you're with comedian friends, they'll say that exact story into a microphone on stage. And then they'll be like, so who's having a good time? You know what I mean? Point is, get some deranged friends. Not really. Get some friends that you can trust, you can rely on for support. And it's okay to struggle. That's just what I wanted to start the day off with, okay? Speaking of comedy, oh, I hate this. Oh, comedy? Okay, that's good. Medea goes conning in East 2 on the second discard. Okay, that's very scary. That's very spooky scary. We don't even have any of the we don't even have any good stuff. They open their hand, really. Okay, sure. I'll get rid of a 3 of characters because it's kind of dangerous, right? I mean, no one could have a 4 or 5 at this point, so I guess the 3 isn't really that dangerous. People really want to have 4 or 5 so they can accept the 6, right? Okay, the East Wind is unfortunately for us one of those tiles where we have to hang on to. It's a get rich or die trying situation. Left Lord might have pawned because, you know, they have a clear pathway to success. Maybe they have 1 or 2 of the East Winds. Oh, the young all triplets hand. The young all triplets hand. You might be asking yourself, Yusong, they called the con. How can that be all triplets? Con basically counts as a triplet. Okay. Okay. This is what we like to call in the business bad news. This is what we like to call in the business bad news. There's a Yakuman in this game, I think called 4 Cons or something. I have to call Riichi here. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a spicy hand. This is a spicy hand. Oh, this is such a spicy meatball. Plus, oh, Left Lord shows no intention of folding, but neither do I. Please don't negaishimasu. I've been such a good boy all year. I know I've been such a insecure boy asking for compliments on my hair, but please, East wind off the top. Seat wind, prevalent wind, 3 Dora, Riichi, Dora? Oh, I'm just salivating thinking about it. This is like a dealer Hanemon, maybe even a dealer Baimon if we get to Sumo and Eastwind off the top of the dome piece, right? Holy guacamole. Anyway, get some deranged friends. Speaking of this, I was watching like a psychiatrist video. They're known as Healthy Gamer GG on YouTube. I really like Dr. K's videos. I genuinely do. They're a great resource if you're struggling or you know, you just want some. Unbelievable. I get 3 chances at Aura. Unbelievable. Ah! I'll have what I'm having. This is... It's a little disrespectful. A little disrespectful. But look how cute that emote is, okay? Oh my god. That was a dealer Sanbaimon. Oh! That might be the biggest non-Yakuman hand I've ever achieved in my entire life. Arguably, like, isn't a Yakuman sometimes just 32,000 points? Imagine if we ronned someone off of the Eastwind too. Holy moly. Holy moly. That would have been game over. That would have been it's all ogre. Anyway. I'm talking about mental health, but he was saying, you know, you don't ever gain confidence. You just lose confidence, but the way that you gain confidence is you just try to recover what you've lost, right? And you can do this with a mental health professional. And it reminded me, because I've been thinking about mental health and comedy recently. Dude, so in college, I was on the dating apps, right? And no luck, because you know, I didn't get my, I don't know, je ne sais quoi. I'm like a fine wine, okay? Kind of better with age, allegedly, okay? But sometimes when I would do stand-up, that's like a very attractive position to be in, right? Ooh, wow, Yusong. I maybe should have considered 7 pairs there. I maybe should have discarded like a 3 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me that you love me more. Yeah, we'll be really big punished here if we draw into another pair. Okay, not punished yet, but it's still a possibility. What do we want to see right now? Okay, someone else running is totally fine by me. It's totally san by me. But you know, after stand-up, this was one of those moments where I lost confidence, okay? Someone started talking to me, and I was like very, very aware of the fact that, oh my god, for whatever reason, this person is interested in me. But like, I didn't know what to do beyond that. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. You can be a good stand-up comedian. You can be a good performer, yada, yada, yada. But like, this person started talking to me and I didn't know what to do. And I was so nervous and insecure that the whole time I was like, just like trying to be a lot, you know? That was the moment where I lost confidence. That was the moment where I lost confidence. Later in life, at this ripe age, okay? This ripe, juicy Georgia peach kind of an age, okay? I know that I am a good partner, and you know, I got some traits that I bring to the table, okay? Hashtag good listener, hashtag zuzzy behavior, hashtag still says hashtag even though Twitter's about to die, okay? That was one of the moments where I lost confidence. Another moment where I lost confidence? I mean, dude, okay, I don't know why I'm committing a career, you know, I'm just jumping off of a cliff with my reputation, but I genuinely think that these moments are funny now in retrospect. Another moment where this was the case was when I was in middle school, right? And my friend, and you have to remember, this is a long time ago. This is a long time ago. Okay, this is a really good hand. What do we want to see? I don't know. We just probably want to see like a 7 of bamboo, and then we discard this and we wait on a 2 or a 5. That's probably the ideal result. I'll also absolutely pawn this and wait on a 2 or a 5 as well. It looks like a crossroads going for something. Looks like everyone's going for something. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. But they don't know I have seat win 2 Dora. They don't know I have seat win 2 Dora. It's a little bit of a risky tile to throw out because it's so close to the Dora. That's fine. That's fine. Luckily, this isn't, you know, a 6-7, and instead it's just an all simples hand. We are... Go ahead, my child. Eat. Eat from my palms. That's okay. That's totally daijobu, okay? Go ahead. Yeah, it's no skin off my back, dude. Take some more. I'm tipping 300% of my DoorDash order tonight, okay? I'm rolling in the deep. What do I have going on here? This is a very strange hand, and yet it is the most pog hand I've ever encountered because we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. What do I want to see? The nut draw right now that will make me scream is the 7 of bamboo, but in lieu of that, I'm just going to call the second turn Riichi because why the F nut? And it's Zuzzy, dude. I'm going to go for it. It's 100% Zuzzy. I got Riichi, red 5, Dora. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. The early Riichi, someone might seek to get a little bold and brash. And also, if anyone discards, you know, including ourselves, if anyone discards a 4 of bamboo, we get to set a nice little inadvertent Suji trap. Isn't that lovely? Isn't she lovely? Huh? Okay, this is in middle school, okay? This was, I was doing the musical at the time. Already, not a good start. Although, I genuinely like musical theater. I think musical theater, pretty pog. And you'll know this if you're in my Twitch chat, like there's a photo of myself in full cat's makeup and bodysuit from when I was in Cats in 9th grade. You know what that bodysuit did besides make me look like a leopard print cat? Kept my virginity so intact, like an impenetrable fortress. Thank you. Thank you, Cats the Musical, but genuinely, in broad strokes, I think musicals are very pog. There was a weekend rehearsal. A friend of mine brought Axe body spray. And then, like, I wasn't sure if I can't remember whether or not he knew, like, how to use it. I certainly did not know how to use it. So what we did was, we went into the hallway, and we unloaded like it was a chemical hazard, okay? If there was a match at any point, there was a flame in that hallway, I would have combusted. This is how much Axe body spray we unloaded upon ourselves. When we went back into the chorus room, the music room, it was evident that we had done something. A lot of heads turned that day. And luckily, like, luckily it didn't have lasting repercussions, right? People then didn't go around calling me, hey, Axe boy, or whatever, you know? At least not to my face. They could have behind my back. But no one did that to my face. And you know what? That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But that's a moment where I lost some confidence. How have I regained that confidence? I don't know, by just making peace with it. Oops, absolutely get shreked. Riichi, Sumo, red 5, Dora. Oops. Who's the poor sap sitting in the dealer? The person that's been cobbling together all simple hands to try to play Riichi Mahjong? Did I just send you back into the mud to fight for last place? Oops. This honestly, disgusting game. Disgusting game. That 36,000 point hand, not clickbait, by the way. Okay, we need to talk about clickbait, okay? We need to talk about the role of clickbait in our society. Sometimes I will post a thumbnail about something that happened in the game that is not necessarily indicative of my hand. However, if I don't do that, no one's gonna click on the video, okay? No one's gonna click on the video. I think that there is a fine line. I mean, this is... Snake oil salesman says that there should be less regulation on snake oil. That's not what I'm trying to do here, okay? That's not what I'm trying to do here. I wouldn't insult you like that. But I think there's a fine line, genuinely, between a clickbait thing, a clickbait thumbnail, versus a thumbnail that is very sensational. You know what I mean? That grabs your attention. I think clickbait is, oh, this thing like that I purported to have happened just doesn't happen in the video, you know? That's different. That's different. Anyway, but now that I've shown you the level of cognitive bias I hold, it's an imperfect game, okay? That might honestly be the largest hand that I've ever won. Because isn't genuinely, if any Mahjong lords are in the audience, isn't a Yakuman 32,000 points? And didn't I just win with 36,000 points? Isn't that like honka donka badonkers? Like, isn't that absolutely pog wild? All right, we're sitting in Tenpai with 2 Dora, by the way. We're sitting with Tenpai. This is like when a WWE wrestler pulls out an office chair. It's like, where did you get that? And ouch, ouchie, that hurts. So Green Dragon 2 Dora. The way that we can improve this hand very easily is if we draw into a, okay, just all the bamboo tiles in the world. Is if we draw into a 4 of circles, right? Then we can wait on a 2 of circles or a 5 of circles. Both would be pretty pog. Both would be pretty pog rich. Left Lord Cheese maybe trying to do something as the dealer, stay as the dealer, at least amount a sizable lead, this late into the game, right? Try not to get last. Right Lord calls the Riichi. This is a very dangerous situation, but I think we're so far ahead that folding is like laughable. Like even if we deal into, so long as we don't deal into a Yakuman and it doesn't feel like a Yakuman, I think we're okay. But then again, this would be the most humiliating video in the world if I dealt into a Yakuman and somehow lost this lead. Good thing I'm super into being humiliated, as you can tell by the types of stories I've been telling you. Okay, luckily 9 of circles is safe. I would love for a 2 of circle. Oh, you poor child. Poor child, like you're a song from Taye Diggs' musical, The Wild Party. Or Taye Diggs sings the song on the Wild Party original Broadway cast recording that was composed by Andrew Lippa. Oh yeah, you didn't think I was serious when I was saying that musical theater is pog? I played a lot of pit orchestra in college. I did pit orchestra for a show, West Side Story. I don't know if you've heard of it. When you're a jet, you know, kids, they're stabbing each other. People go into a dance going, Maria. You know what I mean? Maybe you've heard of it. West Side Story. There was also, I played, oh no, I should have kept that and maybe thrown out this 8-9. I don't know if that's wrong though. I mean, the game could just prove me lovingly wrong here by drawing me into a 7 of circles. I don't know if that's necessarily right to just keep the 4. I suppose our shapes are strong enough that we can afford, oh, Maria. Okay, all right, that's fine. I suppose our shapes are strong enough that maybe we could just throw away one of these, but then let's like, you know, we could have also gone 7 pairs with this hand as well. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit funky here. Like we're a tritone. Oh, how about that? Nice little musical theater, excuse me, music theory reference. So what happens here? If we draw into a 7 of circles, we get to call a Riichi Pinfu, or more accurately, we get to sit in Damaten Pinfu, because if someone else calls Riichi here, we will let them pug. We will let them go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna guarantee the Pinfu. I don't want, or rather like, you know, even if we draw into a 4 or a 7, we're on a single tile weight, that's fine. Like that's genuinely fine to me. I don't necessarily want to, yeah, you know what? I'm not calling Riichi here. I'm not throwing away my shot, just like my country. I'm young, frumpy, and dumpy. I either am going to sumo this hand, and it's going to be incredible, or someone else is going to call Riichi, and I will fold this hand. I will fold myself out of Tenpai. I don't know. I think that we probably have a strong enough lead, beef strong enough, kind of a lead where, you know, no matter what we do, it'll probably be fine. Like our lead is pretty monstrous, right? But you know, why not practice some good stuff here? Okay, this is interesting. Now our hand can improve. We're still waiting on a single tile, 7 of circles, but if we draw into another 5 or maybe another 6 or even this 4, oh, we're in Zuzzy Furton jail. Look at that. Isn't that kind of neato? 4 copies of the 7 versus 5 copies of the 2 or the 5. I'm gonna accept the Zuzzy Furton jail here. I'm gonna accept the Zuzzy Furton jail. Of course, like, if we draw into a 2 or a 5, we can always sumo our own hand still, right? So Furton means that, like, you know, because we've discarded one of our winning tiles, we can no longer called Ron off of that tile, but we can still sumo off of this very tile. Southwind is arguably a little bit risky, but I think it's an okay position to try to stay in it for right now. We can always discard the 4 of circles. We got a pair of the West Winds. That's looking really, really safe as a potential discard outlet too. Okay, good. What was it talking about? Losing confidence? I don't know. It's hard to regain confidence. I'll tell you that much. I think it's like just having a good support system, you know? Honestly, speaking to a therapist, I genuinely think was one of my best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. And that decision to call Riichi on the hand prior. Like the Sanbaimon monster Badonkadonk hand that we were so fortunate to have witnessed, right? That was nice. I mean, this is also very embarrassing, but I've told this story like a bunch on stream and stuff. So, you know, so there it is. So that was a 5 of circles. We can't exactly, couldn't exactly call Ron there, but we could still sumo, even though we're in Zuzzy Furton jail. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I had a great therapist. Oh. Oops. I mean, this feels bad. But, like, what are we gonna do? Not call sumo there? Because if we don't, like, you know, other people can win. It doesn't really matter. We could honestly just not call sumo and advance the game because this, I mean, we're just holding people hostage right now. We're just genuinely holding people hostage in our Mahjong game. Welcome to my domain expansion, Hell Mahjong, okay? For any of you that are Jujutsu Kaisen pilled out there. I had this really great therapist in college. And I once had a dream that this therapist was spooning me in my dream. And in the dream, I was like, something is amiss. Like, something is amiss. So I asked her in the dream, hey, is like this okay? And she said, yes, in the dream. I do this with all my patients. And then in the dream, I got jealous. And I said, you do this with all your patients? I eventually, cause we had built up a lot of trust, and I really didn't mean it in a weird way. And I hope it wasn't taken as a weird way, but I don't think it was. I told her about this dream eventually, and it was the hardest I've ever laughed with another human being. Because we were both like, yep, that's pretty ridiculous. Like, that is like funny and, you know, probably somehow emotionally poignant somewhere in there. And that is really, really funny. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. Because look, okay, you've watched me play Riichi Mahjong for a while now. We've earned this. We've earned this level of trust with one another. Hopefully it's vaguely enjoyable. Hopefully it's vaguely enjoyable is what I say at the start of all my third dates. Okay. Crosslord calls the Riichi. I don't want to deal into a Yakuman. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I don't want to deal into a Yakuman. Let's just fold here. Why would we do anything else? I'll fold with some honor tiles. I mean, if we can just happen to get rid of this 6 of circles, I would be so happy. I would be so happy. But now we've got 2 very, very dangerous tiles, right? 6 of circles is pretty close to the 4 of circles in terms of it being near the Dora. That's a little bit spooky. Northwind is probably our next safest tile. I know we got another 2 of bamboo. I know we got a 1 of bamboo next to it that also seems pretty safe. You know, we see 3 of the 2s. It's probably oakley dokily to discard one of those. I mean, this hand would have been might have been enough of a hand to like destroy someone, right? We had the potentiality for a full flush. Let's not mince any words. Very easily we could have gone for the half flush. If the cards were in our favor, we could have gone for the full flush as well if we just kept drawing bamboo after bamboo. What am I? Pandas being served lunch at the San Diego Zoo? Again, folks, he did comedy in college. Was he good at it? I don't know. I think I was okay at it. Hang on. No, I am not throwing away this hand. Just like my country, I'm young, frumpy, and dumpy. We can get back into Tenpai very, very easily now that the 5 is safe to discard. So no matter what, we're gonna end this round hopefully in Tenpai. I'm not conning this. By the way, don't get too attached to this hand. Because if you do, I might end up folding it regardless. Left Lord, 2 Dora. They're gonna take their seat wind from our North Winds that we financed at a red 5. They're not sitting as the dealer. I'm sitting as the dealer. Oh, did somebody feel that? Oh, did someone leave a window open? Oh, there's just someone, the smallest breeze even imaginable against my skin? Like I'm a therapist in one of my dreams? Anyway, college was a weird time. College was a weird time. Dude, people don't know this, but like, you know, you now watch me, you crank that soldier boy. Like your mental health issues bloom in college, okay? It's like, it really sucks that as you're becoming an adult, like this is like the reckoning of your relationship with your parents, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your self-esteem, like that starts being called into question, or at least it starts appearing, you know? So if anyone is of that age and listening, maybe talk to a therapist. Safety not guaranteed. They might show up in your dreams, but I genuinely think it's a great idea. And I know it's like, I come from a very, like traditional, like my parents, like they aren't like politically traditional, but I'll cheat this. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'll cheat this. Why not? All right, wasn't a good idea. Right Lord calls the Riichi. Nothing we can do about that. We can maybe chi into a 6 and discard the 9 as well. We can maybe still fight for some kind of our right to party here. Yeah, or you know what? Maybe we just don't. Maybe we go a little Suji gaming and then, yeah, maybe we just huge fold. Maybe we huge fold. We can even fold with the 7 of characters, right? That also feels pretty good. Oh, okay. You know, throw away a shape in our hand for a nice 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's still possible, I guess, for us to get into Tenpai. Or looking at this, the Eastwind, or excuse me, I always confuse this. I always say Eastwind when I mean Green Dragon. It's the Dora indicator, so it's unlikely that they have a pair of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna discard this because of that 4 of characters discard, it means that they can't have a 5 and a 6 of characters in their hand, waiting to Ron me off of the 7. Of course, that would mean that they end up in Zuzzy Furton jail. Oh my god, they were at 0 points. They spent their last 1,000 points on a Riichi bet. They get Riichi, Sumo, Pinfu, no Oradora, but that's still a pretty strong hand as the dealer. They're back from the brink of death, and a Crosslord's starting to sweat a little bit about their position in this game. Okay, interesting, interesting. This is a good hand. I would start pawning out the Wazoo. Last hand was a little bit different, because even though we had the pair of the Southwinds, the rest of our hand was literally in brambles, and I didn't even really want to open my hand. But we had the luxury of playing a little recklessly, right? We got a huge war chest available with which we can make some mistakes, right? And that feels pretty nice. Yeah, so it's good. It's good to talk to a therapist. I think it's really, really nice. Oh yeah, my family like didn't, you know, they're not like super omega traditional, but it's like, you know, the thing, I don't want to generalize, but I think this is true from what I've seen. I'm not gonna allege that it's true 100% for everyone's experience ever, but like a lot of you know, immigrant families, like mental health isn't taken as seriously as like physical health, you know? Like, for example, if you fall, like Humpty Dumpty style, if you fall, people are gonna be like, oh my god, are you okay? But if you have like a psychic breakdown, People are going to be like, have you tried just smiling through it, forehead? Like, it really stinks. It really stinks, you know? Oops. Running off of Right Lord. One of my favorite activities. One of my crushing dreams on this very Mahjong table. Gotta be one of my favorite activities. They called a very early Riichi. They're feeling some hope that they might be able to cobble together a win at the very last minute in this game of Mahjong. Dream crushed. Oh, someone wants to assemble a big hand to come back into this game. I pawned the red dragon. Dream crushed. Sometimes you have to be very, very cruel in Riichi Mahjong. Sometimes you have to be very, very cruel. No, you cannot play the game today. I would like to discard a blue card from my hand and cast Force of Will, even though I have no open blue mana. I say that very lovingly as someone who does enjoy Magic the Gathering. The dark arts, if you will. If you will. All right, we're 2 tiles away from Tenpai right now. We don't really have a pair in our hand, but that's okay. There's our pair in our hand, and now we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. See? All you gotta do is ask. All you gotta do is ask, and then do a little manifesting here and there. Yesterday, okay, I'll also say this. I don't know, you know, there's a little bit of a backlog, so this might not ring true. I watched a lot of the news yesterday, and I try not to watch a lot of the news because the news really bums me out. If we're talking about clickbait, does the news get brought up? Because if we're talking about sensational stuff and just stuff to grab your attention that might not be necessarily the best thing for your mental health, but like, you know, it was a big day, big news day. Dragon King's favor. Would you like to drag your king over my forehead? What's going on here? Right Lord gets slurped down into the Shadow Realm. A Crosslord is so happy to escape last place. This was a bonkers game. This was a bonkers game. This is a ridiculous game. This is a bonkers game. Oh my goodness. We are maybe back to where we started when we promoted, which was 1400. Our elo is looking healthy. Get me into this flip board. Thank you for the coppers. You'll never catch me alive, copper. Give me the blue fortune bag. What am I missing? Win with half flush or full flush? That's never gonna happen. Win 1 game with a Yaku that values 2 Han or above? That's never gonna happen. Win 3 games with Riichi? That might happen. Pog. Let's look in the logs, see if there's anything that we could have done differently, although I'm not sure there was. This is ridiculous, right? That is ridiculous. So what happens here? Right Lord's like pawning and stuff, but it's so early in the game. You got a perfect 1-away hand. Yeah, you got an ideal 1-away hand. 2's not even that risky. Luckily, it's pretty inconsequential. I slurp up a giant hand. I mean, it's like, it's hard to say what necessarily went wrong in this position. So this person deals, they're going for a pure straight, deals a 9. Who's waiting for this? Does the 4 come from like a, I would say that left lord is probably, or, oh, that's me. I'm left lord, but I don't win this hand. They deal this and someone's waiting for a 6 or a 9. Okay, right lord is eventually waiting for it. They didn't discard anything around that 7-8, but that's okay. I deal in here. What am I dealing in with? I'm dealing in with an 8 of bamboo, which I think is right. I remember dealing into a Crosslord. This 9-9 could come from a, I don't know, a 6-7. But I remember that they had a pair of the 8s, which was very, very fortunate for us that at least they didn't have like a 1 Doro or more. You know, every point counts. Every Han definitely counts. So you called a Riichi here. It's a terrible late game Riichi, waiting on a single tile, the 3 of circles. Okay, and then we were just waiting to slurp someone up on the 2 of circles. It's a desperation Riichi for sure. You're in last place. You got to go for something. I understand. I understand. Right Lord calls the Riichi. They call a nice early game Riichi. They have a bonkers hand. They can wait on a 1 or a 4. Oh, it's such a strong Riichi. And yet, oops. Oops. Okay. And then the last round, I mean, this player had to go shoot for the moon, right? And I think they deal the 1 here. Or they deal the 1 there just to try to go for like a Riichi Pinfu kind of a hand. I think that, yeah, if they had gone Riichi Pinfu, I think even with a sumo and picking up the Riichi sticks from the table, they might have been able to overtake their right lord to get out of 4th place. So it was nice. It was a nice play by the person in 4th to recognize that they didn't need like a huge hand, just like an okay hand would do. All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. You can also subscribe if you want. New videos every day, and I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description, along with our Discord and our community Discord and the VODs channel. I hope to see you there. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Please limit the amount of Axe body spray that you use. Please be kind to yourself. And talk to you soon, okay? All right. Awkward ending, rare awkward ending. All right, I'll talk to you soon, okay? Peace.